Indeed, here's what is happening in Nigeria, across the country, and of course in Anambra State. Welcome back. It's still the Breakfast Diary right here on the station of Odenigbo 99.1 FM. This is a Thursday morning. We're moving on with our topic of discussion for today. Safety measures to avert incessant fire incidents this season. Safety measures to avert incessant fire incidents this season. Well, fire outbreaks are not new in Anambra State. We have repeatedly seen reports of markets, businesses and homes going up in flames. For many families and traders, a fire has become one of those sudden disasters that arise without warning and leave behind loss, trauma and regret. Meanwhile, experience has shown that as the festive season approaches, the risk often increases. This is the period when homes are busier, markets stay open longer, generators run for extended hours, cooking increases, decorations are installed, fireworks are used, and fuel is stored more frequently. All these everyday activities, when not properly managed, can easily turn into fire hazards. In just the past few weeks here in Anambra State, we have recorded several fire outbreaks. For example, just last Sunday, an early morning inferno goted the Aforigwe market in Umunachi, Dunukofia local government, destroying shops and goods worth millions of naira. Prior to that, an early morning fire outbreak in November at Nkwo Enugu Market Square in Njideka local government left some shops burnt and valuables destroyed. In the same month, a petrol tanker explosion near Ozubulu local government secretariat killed one person and destroyed about 6 adjoining shops. A factory in Nnewi got at fire, and an early morning fire razed several shops in a 3-story commercial building at Nodu Market in Oka South local government. In September, a massive fire outbreak at Okep filling station along the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway near Oka also happened. Some vehicles were destroyed, though there were no reports of casualties. In most cases, traders and residents were left watching helplessly or tried to salvage some items as goods, investments, and years of hard work went up in flames. And that is why today's conversation is coming at this time. So rather than wait for another emergency, in today's discussion segment, we'll be talking about prevention, what people are doing wrong at home, in offices, shops, and markets. What safety measures are often ignored, and what practical steps they can take to protect lives, properties, and livelihoods. My name is Njideka. Favor Gilbert, co-anchor, is here. Our analyst, Nelson Way, is also here. But of course, to help us with that enlightenment in terms of preventing fire outbreaks, we are being joined by the boss himself, the Chief Fire Officer and Director of the Anambra State Fire Service, Engineer Chiketa Chukwudi Emmanuel. Engineer Emmanuel, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Do we say compliments of the season?
Of course.
Since we are talking about something related to the season.
Exactly.
So you're very much welcome.
Thank you very much.
So let's start with the recent fire incident. Majorly in markets, I wouldn't know why markets. We've had at Aforigwe Market, Enugu Market, Nodu Market, and some other places outside the market. So when you look at these fire outbreaks, what patterns have you seen? Like, what do you note? What do you observe that is the possible cause of the outbreaks, and possibly what we should be doing about them?
Good morning. Actually, the cause of most of the fire incidents we have in our states is a result of carelessness of our people, and that is why we are here, to enlighten our people, because you know that government can't do everything for you. There are things you must do on your own part as an individual, as a corporate body, in order to avert fire, and that is why we're here. If we kept doing the things we are doing, you will discover that there will be fire incidents on a daily basis. So there are many things we ought to do, and there are things we ought not to do. I think I will start by saying things we shouldn't do.
Okay.
Yes. Now, when you discover that most of these fire incidences we have in the market is as a result of, most of the times when people end sales for the day or transaction for the day, they don't switch off their electrical appliances. They leave it on. And before you know it, there might be incidents of fire in the night.
Yeah.
That is one of them. Another one has to do with, our people are not careful, especially when it comes to, taking responsibility of their, homes. Now, in the Nodu market, we discover what caused it. It's not market. It's 3-story building by the side of the market.
Okay.
Yes. So what happened that somebody, the inmate there in the 3-story building came back from market. He was very tired and he went in to cook with gas cylinder. That's actually what happened.
Okay.
So he was cooking in the gas cylinder and he slept off in the bed. And before you know it, fire engulfed the whole place. So carelessness, we encourage people, if you know you are tired, when you get back to your home, please, it's better you go and buy food outside instead of cooking with gas. It can result to fire incident that it happened there in the Nodu 3-story building, not market itself.
Right. So basically, your safety is in your hands. If you're tired, please do not cook. But in the event this fire has taken place, in the cause of maybe gas explosion of some sort, just like you said, happened in a home, from your own expertise, what should that person have done as the fire raged? Because there's a possibility of that fear coming, waking up and saying all of the fire and all that. What is the first thing if somebody is faced with a fire outbreak from a gas explosion? What should the person do first?
Well, when there is fire incident of a gas explosion, generally when there is an incident of that nature, what you have to do, the first thing is to raise alarm.
Okay.
Yes, when you raise alarm, people around you will come to help you.
Okay.
Because if you want to fight it by yourself, you may be confused. When you scream, shout, passers-by, people living within the compound will come out and help you. That is one. Secondly, after the shouting, gather everybody around you, because when a life is lost, you cannot, regain it again. Gather people, ensure that they are out of that environment. Then you fight the fire. As you are doing that, remember all the things goes, simultaneously.
Okay.
If you call,
but how do you fight the fire? How do you
fighting the fire? That is what we're saying. You must have a fire extinguisher.
Okay.
Most people believe in the use of water, local method, using water, putting detergent, but it's not the best. You have your fire extinguisher handy. Keep it where visible, so that when such a thing happens, you pick it up, and operate it, so that you'll be able to control the situation. That's what we encourage people to do.
That fire extinguisher is another tricky thing. We just see it is red in color with the hose or something that looks like it, but people don't know how to operate it. And so when you get it, what is the first thing to do? How do you handle a fire extinguisher to extinguish the fire?
Fire extinguisher is very easy to operate. Very easy. The easiest thing to operate is fire extinguisher. The problem with people using it is as confusion. When there's incidents, they are confused.
Right.
So in using fire extinguisher, there's an acronym called PASS. P-A-S-S written on it.
Okay.
PASS. P. The first P means pull the safety pin. Remove it. When you see you see a pin there. Remove the safety pin. That's the first thing. Then A means aim at the base of the fire.
Okay.
Aim at the base, not up. At the base.
Okay, base.
The base of the fire. Then what you have done now, that next is you squeeze the handle, press on it.
Okay.
When you press on it, what happens? The pressure inside of the fire extinguisher will push the content, which is the powder, out on the fire. When you squeeze on it, the next S has to do with a sweep sideways. That's all.
Okay, as you're pressing, you're sweeping it sideways.
When you're sweeping sideways, the fire goes off immediately.
But for people who do not have fire extinguisher,
that is another problem.
How do they safely handle the fire?
That is why we encourage people, and that is one of the reasons why I'm here, to encourage our people to buy fire extinguisher and keep for themselves. fire extinguisher is very, very important.
Is one enough? One cylinder, is it enough?
It depends on the environment where you are.
Okay.
Like here, you can use one fire extinguisher. But when the environment is so big, depending on what's inside the house, you have to make it 2 or 3, depending. But at least have one. If there is an incident, you'll be able to handle it and control the fire. That's what we're saying.
Why do you think that Nigerians do not really have this product readily at home?
Actually, there are a lot of factors. One is poverty.
Okay. Is it expensive?
It's not too expensive.
Okay.
It's not too expensive. 6 kg. We have 6 kg. We have 10 kg, 15 kg.
Like how much is it?
6 kg.
I'm asking on behalf of people.
Actually, around 15,000 can get 6 kg for you.
Okay.
It's not expensive. There was an incident we attended to at Oka.
Yeah.
One of the a man called us. There's an incident that happened. What happened is that we got there. It was a car, GLK, was burning the engine. We have to control it, but the problem is that the man was lamenting. It was a week before that he bought the car.
Wow.
And before we did our best, but what happened is that everything got burnt inside the engine.
It would have made a difference if you had a fire extinguisher.
Okay, how can you get a car worth millions of naira, but you don't have fire extinguisher? Many of us build a house worth millions of naira, billions of naira, no fire extinguisher instead of it. It's not good.
So you're encouraging us.
Another point is ignorance.
Okay.
We don't value what we are doing. We don't value what we have. Even when we are told what to do, many of us will ignore it. Probably why? When
fire cannot come.
We believe fire will not come.
Yeah.
And we believe in the name of Jesus. God forbid. That kind of a thing. God forbid it will not happen.
Yeah.
When it happens, you begin to find blames on people, which is wrong. So basically, one of the causes of it is many of our people are poor. Yeah. Some cannot afford it. Some are ignorant, and some don't place safety first in whatever they are doing. So we know that safety is everybody's business. Government cannot do everything for you. If you are waiting for government to come and procure fire extinguisher for you, you are wasting your time. There are things you ought to do for yourself in order to save your environment. Especially this season we are. Nobody will be happy if there's incidents or fire incidents, especially this period.
Right.
And everything burnt down. By January you are paying school fees. By January you are paying the house rent and the rest of them. So that's why we are calling our people. Let us do the needful.
Right.
And the needful, they say that prevention is better than cure. Let us be wise and do the needful so that we'll be safe. Thank you.
So get that fire extinguisher now, basically.
Well, it's actually good to have you with us here this morning. And, this is, the dry season, and the environment is prone to fire. Any little thing can spark fire from anywhere, whether electronic, whether just a passerby. So a spark somewhere can trigger fire. And just like you said, our people are not really safety conscious. It's true, a lot of them know that there is something called fire, but they are not prepared for it. Exactly. They don't prepare their mind for it. Just like you said, that they believe so much in the name of Jesus. And someone will say that God helps those who help themselves. Exactly. And you have to, see the reason why you should do this. But with the fact that our people are not really prone to safety measures, and the fact that most of them are not seeing the essence of fire extinguishers, and you said that I think 6 kg is around 15,000. One will say, why will I use 15,000 to buy fire extinguisher that I'm not making use of now, when I have a pressing need, as so to say. So with the fact that we don't really have all of these things, are there any traditional means one can safeguard himself? For example, if someone is trapped in fire, and when you look around, it's as if that there is no route of escape, is there something that person can do at least to escape from that particular scenario?
Of course, there are things one can do. One is trapped in fire. We that are professional will know what to do. One can equally find a way out. One by when there is smoke everywhere, you can stoop low, because you know that the air is beneath, while the carbon dioxide is up.
Mm-hmm.
When you stoop low on the ground, you can breathe in properly.
Okay.
But when you stand, it will shock you. That's why many people die because of shock.
Inhalation of
When you inhale those CO2, it will affect your lungs, and before you know it, you slump there and probably die, depending on your health condition. So when you stoop low, you'll be able to gather air and find your way out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that is actually what to do. Then another one has to do with the door. When the door is jammed. There are things you have to do, but these things are technical, because if you are not trained in that aspect, you may not be able to know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, as you are lying low, go to the door and then try to open it gradually. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's jammed, everywhere jammed, and if you try to force it, it may not open easily. So these are the technicalities involved in fighting fire.
Mm. So when you stoop low, is it that you crawl on four knees, or your knees, or what? How do you escape?
You can crawl on the floor, so that the CO2 will not, when you inhale it, it will not affect you. Not that it will not be, entering your nostrils, but at least the air down, you'll be able to, breathe properly before you find yourself out of the environment.
So, Njideka Emmanuel, one thing I've noticed is that we have been talking about using fire extinguisher, how to escape the fire. And you're encouraging fire extinguisher. But the thing is, I've asked the question before, if you want to quench it without a fire extinguisher, and you don't want to escape yet, but you want to quench the fire, what alternative, least as bad as the bad, what can we do?
Okay, we have other local method of fighting fire, which our people do most at times.
All right.
They make use of water, put detergent in it.
All right.
Use it. They apply it on the fire. Mm-hmm. Actually, it has effect, but mostly we encourage people to procure fire extinguisher. Another method is that you can make use of sand. Okay. Dry sand. Right. Yes, dry ones. You can use it, apply it on the fire to, put the fire off. Mm-hmm. But how many, the quantity of sand, how can you get it readily?
May not be.
Assuming you are in a 4-story building, before you come down to fetch the sand, the fire must have, engulf everywhere. So that is why we encourage people, to procure fire extinguisher.
Right.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Chiketa, for wonderful education there. But just a quick one, just two. One is we want to know your level of relationship with all the markets, because you've had several reports every year, especially by this time of the year. Markets are being engulfed by fire. We don't know the kind of relationship you have with these markets in terms of periodic education, one-on-one interaction, what they can do and all that in order to prevent. I'm not even talking about how to put off now, prevent these issues from coming on board. Number two, this issue of fire extinguisher. Now, we want to find out exactly this fire extinguisher, I buy it, put it in my house. Does it have expiry date? Can I be changing it? I mean, if my house does not go on fire for 10 years, can I still use it and stuff like that?
Thank you very much. This is a very good question. One, we have a good relationship with the market association. As matter, we do go to them periodically to, educate them. And we know that of recent, the House of Assembly passed a law that every market in Anambra State must have overhead tank and, hydrants in our markets. It's there in the law. That was last year. They passed a law and it's effective. So we have a serious relationship with them, whereby periodically we go to them. Even some markets, we visit some markets, educate them. There's no way we can attend to all the markets in Anambra Dam up to 64, but we are trying our possible best. We have gone around to some of them, educating them. Ours is to do the needful. We are not carrying gun. We are not carrying hammer.
Right.
Those things. We talk.
Maybe because you're not carrying gun, that's why the lessons are not sinking.
Yes. So we do our possible best in educating them, telling them the needs for them to, ensure that there is no fire at all, because prevention is better than cure. So we do that periodically. We go to them during their prayer days, Wednesday, sometimes Friday, depending on the market. We sensitize them, educate them, and they encourage us to do that. So that is that. Secondly, in your question, as regards to
expiry date for the...
We know that nothing in this life is without expiring date. Even human being, we expire.
Right.
When we expire, we die off. So fire extinguisher has expiring date. When they expire, not that you throw it away. You go to fire service station or fire service men, they will help you to service it. What do they service? One, sometimes the power that inside it will kick, it will block.
Okay.
They need to remove it and put another one, and also pressurize it, because it goes with pressure. Without pressure, it cannot come out. When you press on it, the content will remain where it is. So when the powder is kicked, it will be changed. When it is changed, then it will pressurize, so that when you press on it, the pressure will pull the content out. That is how it operates. Yes, thank you.
So when it expires, you don't just throw it away.
No, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. You take it to the fire station, whereby they service it, and then you pick it back.
That's very interesting. But let's look at the markets themselves. There was a particular incident in a particular market, and they said the EEDC people had to come to, I think, disconnect the cable somewhat, just so that the fire wouldn't shock anybody or they wouldn't experience electrocution.
Exactly.
And I'm wondering, okay, did they have to wait for EEDC officials? What were market leaders supposed to do to stop the fire themselves as against waiting for EEDC officials? What do you think went down there?
Actually, when there's fire incidents, we, the firemen, fire doesn't know who is who.
All right.
The first thing we do is to know the cause of the fire. If it is as a result of fire, electricity, we have to call the EEDC people to avoid electrocution. Because in the course of fighting fire, if you are not careful, it can kill you. It can electrocute you. We use water. I know that electricity is a good conductor of electricity. So when you apply water, it can come back to you and then electrocute you. We have seen such incidents. One of us was electrocuted as a result of this.
Wow.
So we have to find out the cause first. When we find out the cause of the fire incident, if it's electricity, we call them. They must disconnect it before we do anything. If not, our life is at stake.
So there's nothing in the market they can switch off themselves without waiting for
it depends on if it's the one that we can control through the control switch. Yeah, we do that. But if there is a high tension that moves within that environment, we have to call them so that they will disconnect it before we fight the fire.
Well, I believe the fire service has been conducting sensitization over time.
Yes.
You mentioned the markets, and of course, we are talking about the markets. It's not everybody that is in the markets. There are some persons that are, in the neighborhood, and some of them don't know most of these things you are saying, and some of them, might not be listening. So over time, since the sensitization and the awareness has been going on, has there been any improvement? Has there been any improvement with the way people behave when it comes to issues regarding fire? And then, of course, what more can be done? What more can be done to ensure that we don't have this constant reports of, fire accidents? Because for some weeks now, we've been having, it's as if it's happening every week, maybe 3 times in a week. And you'll be wondering what is really going on. And of course, currently, what is the response of fire service whenever they are being called on?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. The first question deals with
the first question is about what more can be done to improve, people's attitude towards issues related to fire.
Actually, we have been going to places, not only markets. We go to schools, we go to churches, we go to, parks, so many places to sensitize our people. Actually, human beings that are difficult to handle, but there are people responding, those that know the value of safety. Safety is our business, everybody's business. Those that know the value, they respond, they procure, they keep in their home, their offices, in their company. But there are ones that we even castigate you. This thing people are doing is go and sit down. They say a lot of things. But ours is to do the needful. Encouraging our people to, do what they ought to do. Not to wait on the government to do everything for them. So many people have been, responding, while others, few, don't, value what we are doing. But we must keep on doing it. So that is actually what happened. Then, in terms of response, that's why anywhere I go, I give out my number to the public. Okay. Our number, response number. We have been responding to emergencies, except if we are not called upon. We have been responding. That of Afigwe, we went there. That of Nodu, we are there. All of them, we have been responding to them, except we are not informed on time. If we are informed, we must be there, because that is why we are paid to be there, to save human lives and properties. Thank you very much.
All right. Would I say your Oga at the top, the Oga Patapata of Fire Service, that's Mr. Lumode Samuel Adeyemi. I think he launched Hamatan Fire Safety Campaign for this season. I don't know if Anambra Fire Service is part of it. There's a safety campaign going on by the fire service generally, basically. I don't know. Are you guys part of it? Because their focus is on two things, fireworks and one other one like that. So when it comes to those aspects, what do you want the Anambrarians to note in this season?
Thank you very much. We are in a critical season. Safety is safety everywhere, whether in Lagos, Abuja, everywhere. We're in Anambra State.
Right.
Even as they are saying there's in Lagos, Abuja, we in Anambra, we are equally by their side saying the same thing. What are we saying? Our people believe so much in this fireworks, what's called fire knockout, and the rest of them. And our people patronize those people selling them a lot. Gone are the days we say that children handle fireworks. This day we discover those people handling it, buying it, using it are mostly wealthy men, businessmen. You come out in the night, they'll be, shooting it in the air.
Right.
A lot of them, where I'm living, every night, I don't know. Some would say that God has blessed them with children.
Right.
They will release it in the air.
Some even sound like bombs these
exactly.
days. Very scary.
To discover that it's knockout.
Right.
It's fireworks.
Right.
I'm scared. So we encourage our people, please, if possible, let them stop it. I know some use it to, a kind of enjoy or create a kind of enjoyment for what God have done for them.
Right.
But sometimes it causes a lot of accidents, causes a lot of incidents, fire incidents. I've seen it cause incidents. I've seen it where they release it on somebody's body, burns the person, destroyed everything. So it's dangerous. If it's possible, our people are encouraging us, let us stop that fireworks. I don't see the need. I don't see the need.
Sometimes when the police issue their statement, they will tell you we have banned firework for this season. But I'm hearing you like, if it's possible, just indicating the reality that yes, some people would like to celebrate for several reasons. So the question is there a safest way to handle the fireworks?
Yes, there are safest ways to handle it. When you want to, release it, probably directly in the air. Not in somebody's building or somebody's body, because I've seen it cause a lot of harm. If you are handling it, it's better you do that directly in the air without harming people or harming building and the rest of them. Release it directly into the air. I think
directly into the air.
Better.
Earlier, you talked about number. Some emergency number. Can you help us rule out the number and in the event they want to reach out to the fire service?
Okay. Now, this is my number in my office.
Okay.
080 69 65 42 55.
Right.
Then we have others. Let me repeat it again.
Okay.
080 69 654255. Then we have other numbers and our stations, which I would like to read. I don't know, depending on where
Go ahead, please.
Now, like in Amobia, we have 080 32 620575.
Okay.
Then in main markets, let me bring that of the markets. Main market station, we have 080 37 83 0815. Then we have virtually different places. I think when you get this mine, I can connect to them. Should I read all of them? There are so many.
You can read as many as time permits, because I believe it's helpful to people.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we have in Oko station 080 60 40 0404. That's that of Oko. We have that of Government House 080 68 02 6380. We have that of Ogidi 080 37 74 8905. We have that of Umunze 080 38 27 2866. Then we have that of Nnewi 080 64 13 8261. We have that of Ihiala 070 31 66 49 36. We have Ekulobia 080 30 63 40 69. Then we have airports 070 33 01 2243. We have that of Aguleri 080 32 777 949. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for that information. Hoping the listener is taking note. We have been speaking with the fire chief himself as far as Anambra State is concerned, in the person of Engineer Chiketa Emmanuel, telling us of the preventive measures to take to forestall possible fire outbreak and what to do in the course of the fire outbreak, is whether at home or in the market. He has talked about the carelessness that comes with it, the fact that we are quite careless when it comes to handling things, not switching off our electric appliances, and of course continuing with home activities even when we are tired, as regards what happened in I think a part of Nudu market. But let's go back to the market now. You talked about not switching off electronic appliances.
Exactly.
What other things do traders do that make them predisposed to fire outbreak? What other things do they do wrong, and how should they be correcting it?
Yes, there are a lot of things that happen in the market. For instance, there are people cooking in the market. They cause a lot of problem too, especially during Harmattan season.
Okay.
Find somebody cooking with firewood. After that, couldn't put off the fire as and when due. Now, there might be some parts of the fire. What happens is that when there is a Harmattan, the air will carry it and be moving, especially in the night when everybody is out of the market. And we take it to some of the batch or store, as the case may be. Before you know it, becomes a problem. So we encourage people cooking in the market to be extremely careful. Sometimes there's what we call arson. People commit arson intentionally, putting fire in shops. Maybe your friend or your neighbor or your co-trader must have made sales out of greediness, out of
jealousy.
You want to show him, you want to wicked him. You plan with security men. It happens, and then set the fire ablaze. We encourage the market leaders to monitor the security men we have in their different markets. Monitor them to know the bad eggs and try to remove them, so that they will not collaborate with some of the traders to set the market ablaze. these things happen. It's a real. We have facts.
Right.
It has happened in the past, and that is why we are saying it. So we have illegal connections.
Okay.
Some markets, I wouldn't like to mention them, though we have told them, find a lot of illegal connections. People connect from this shop to the next shop illegally. There are naked wires,
Right.
which can constitute a nuisance, if not away taken. Sometimes it is spark, and before you know it, because it leads to fire incidents. Some of these fire incidents that happen, some of them is as a result of illegal connection. Naked wire, you see them little here and there. They don't take good care of them. These are things that constitute, fire incidents.
Sometimes even apart from illegal connection, I don't know what to call it. You see a bunch of wires just tied together, hanging. If you go to that new parts market, the new parts side, you see different wire. And I'm like, okay, this is really dangerous. What is anybody doing about it?
Not only that, many markets.
Right.
Most of these old markets, I wouldn't like to mention them.
So I did not go
we have communicated them. They should do something about it. Because if they live it like that, sometimes, especially in the night, when nobody is there, it can cause fire incidents.
So you heard it, our market leader. Do something about the wirings in the market.
And also, please permit me to say this. As regards to service stations, like filling stations, the one that happened at Amobia.
Yes.
Okay. We don't encourage people or owners of those service stations to discharge in the daytime, especially when the weather is so hot or dry. We don't encourage them to discharge. They know they are permitted to discharge either early in the morning or late in the evening when the weather must have calmed down. Now, what led to that filling station being burnt down is that they are discharging in the daytime around 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the sun is so much. They are discharging, coupled with they engage in welding activities in that place at the same time.
At the same time,
that is what actually happened.
Wow.
Welding, discharging. How can you liken two of them?
Right.
So that is actually what happened there. And before you know it, fire burned down the truck, discharging. We are there. We safeguarded the gas plant at the back because there's gas plant at the back of the building. Right. We safeguarded. If not, it would have equally entered there and burned everything and affected human beings. But thank God we are there. So we're encouraging owners of service stations, please don't allow your men to discharge in the daytime. It's not good. You are risking the life of people there and risking your property and everything there. So that is that. Also, those cooking, those using gas cylinder in their different homes, please don't answer calls while cooking. Right. People do that a lot. Right. You are cooking, you are answering calls. It can, we've seen it cause a lot of harm to people's life. Also, while you are, using generator, maybe the content has exhausted, the fuel is no longer there. You are pouring fuel while the gen is on. It has equally caused harm. There is fire incident we attended at Topoko. Exactly what happened. Before you know, it burns the whole flat. So there are a lot of factors. Please, our people, we must be very, very careful this time around, especially this season we are. Let us be careful. Do your part. Government is doing their own part. When you do your part, I believe there will be no fire incident. But when you fail to do your part, that means you are attracting fire. And when it comes, you have nobody to blame. Rather, you blame yourself. Let us be safety conscious. Procure fire extinguisher. It's very important. I'm not saying it because you come and buy from me. No. You can go anywhere.
You sell?
Yeah, we have it in our station. We sell.
Right.
But we encourage you, go and get functional ones. Right. So that you safeguard your life, your property, so that you not, say, had I know at the last. Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed. But for the final shoot, in terms of access to market, it has always been a problem. When your men want to get to the market, they will say getting access to extinguish the fire is the problem. Is it still a problem? And what are you people doing about it?
It's still a problem in most of the markets in our state. Actually, the government are trying. Human beings, when you try to control them, before you know it, they will realign themselves and come back again. Most of the markets, the pathways are blocked. Even after chasing them, they will come back because human beings don't, abide by instructions. Pathway to, different places in the market have been a problem. Though some places, some of the markets, they are well built. These modern markets, that is spacious.
Okay.
But most of the old markets, that is where we have
like main market is still a problem. Main market, do something about that. Okay.
Problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have been speaking with the Chief Fire Officer of the Anambra State Fire Service, Engineer Chiketa Chukwudi Emmanuel. It has been an eye-opener, enlightening, educative. We appreciate you. We wish you all of the best, you and your men, as you respond to all of these emergencies, right?
Thank you very much.
Compliments of the season.
I wish you the best.
They say you guys are not supposed to go on holiday.
No,
because
we're not going on holiday. We are 247 at different stations.
Wow.
Monitoring the situation and the environment, ensuring that there is safety everywhere.
Well, I don't envy you, but all of the best.
Thank you sir. From them?
I still have hope. I still have hope. Okay.
Yeah, you come and join me.
Hopefully. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
That's the show, everyone. We appreciate you for staying with us up from 9 to this time around. The conversation on Nigeria will continue tomorrow. To that, my name is Njideka. I'll see you again.
And I am Favor Gilbert. Thank you for listening.
Radio Odenigbo 99.1 FM oge niile ebe niile maka egwu nọ n'ọgbọ mkpakọrịta ụka akụkọ egwuregwu akụkọ ụwa Odenigbo ga-ebunye gị ihe niile a n'uju Odenigbo 99.1 FM papụ